Quantitative reasoning has always been a nightmare for some students, maybe not just for kids, for teenagers and for adults. Like with anything pertaining to mathematics or calculations, when they get scared about it. But I always tell my students that quantitative reasoning is more like a puzzle. It's like you're playing a game. Like you have a box with missing boxes, or you have a question with missing boxes, and you have to think of how to fill or to complete the missing boxes. So this is an example of a sample that I picked from a quantitative reasoning textbook, because this is how the sample is in the question. In this, these are the samples already. It has been solved, but in the assessment, you can see that this is the nature of the assessment. Like the A and the B, the upper part of the box and the lower part are the ones that are missing. So I love representing each of the variables in the quantitative reasoning with an alphabet. Like in this question now we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we are dealing with 4 variables. So I already represented the upper and the lower part to be A and B, A, B, A, B. So I'm going to represent the other sides to be C and D. Let me demarcate here. C and D, C and D. So from that sample, what was missing here? So we've been given A, B, C, and D. So the first thing you should ask yourself is, because since the nature of the question is like this, you should ask yourself, what am I going to do? Or how was this 4, which is the A, derived at, and how was the B, which is what A is derived at? Because that is our focus. We have to focus on how to solve for A and B, just like what I have in the sample here. So for us to find A, to solve for A, you find the HCF, that is the highest common factor, HCF of 12 and 16. Solve the HCF of C and D, which is 12 and 16. So this is how to solve for the HCF. We have the 12 and the 16. So what is the factor that can go in 12 and 16? Or what is the factor that can divide 12 and that can divide 16 without a remainder? That is 2. How many will I find in 12? That's 6. 2 in 16, that is 8. So what is the factor that can go in 6 and 8 again? 2 again. 2 in 6 is 3. 2 in 8 is 4. Now what is the factor that can go in 3 and 4 without remainder? Nothing, because there is no factor that can go in 3 and 4 at the same time. So this is my final answer. So my HCF will be 2 times 2, which is 4. So that is how this 4 was derived at here, which is my A. So the next step is how to solve for B. Now to solve for B, here's the formula. That should be C times D divided by A. So let's start to substitute each of the variables. My C is 12 times my D is 16 divided by the A is 4. So we have to reduce them to its lowest term. 4 here 1, 4 in 16 is 4. So 12 times 4, that should be 48. So that is how the 48 was derived at, which is my B here. So that's it for the first sample. So for the second sample, which is this, to solve for A, that should be the HCF of C and D. And my C and D here is 40. My C and D here is 40 and 32. So we have 40 and 32. We have to look for the HCF. That is the highest common factor. What is that number that can go in 40 and 32 without remainder? That is 2. 2 in 40 is 20. 2 in 32 is 16. 2 can still go. 2 in 20 is 10. 2 in 16 is 4. 2 can still go because both are even numbers. We have 2. 2 in 10, 5. 2 in 4 is 2. Can a number go in 5 and 2 at the same time? with that to remain that no, so I'm stopping here. So my HCF is going to be 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8. So that is how this 8 was derived out here. So my A here is 8. Now to solve for B, to find your P, the formula is C times D divided by A. My C is 40 times, then my D is 32 divided by A, which is my 8. So we have to reduce then this number to its lowest term. So 8 here 1, 8 in 40 is 5. So 5 times 32, that should be 160, which is what was derived here, derived out here. So this is 160. Here, this is 48. So if you use the same method to solve for the third sample, you are still going to derive at the same answer. So here is the areas of assessment that you can solve on your own. You can come to my DM with your solutions for me to cross-check if what you've done is correct, because the previous videos I made has option, like the assessment of the previous video I made have options that you can like assess yourself, but in this case the question here doesn't have options, so you can like come to my DM and ask me if what you did is right or wrong. So we have the question 1, question 2, question 3, question 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Like you have more than enough questions to solve to assess yourself. So thanks so much for your attention. See you guys in the next video. Bye.